All right, let's dive in. Today, we're all about LinkedIn events, specifically how to create one that actually gets noticed.
Sounds good.
Our guide, a YouTube tutorial by, get this, a LinkedIn expert based in France.
Oh, cool. International flavor.
I know, right? So, get ready for some French terms here and there, but don't worry, we'll translate and explain everything as we go.
Yeah, no problem. People shouldn't worry.
Exactly. No one's
Oh.
getting left behind. Okay, so our mission today, if you choose to accept it, is to walk through the steps to creating a killer LinkedIn event. And of course, pick up some unexpected, maybe even sneaky tips along the way.
I like sneaky.
Sneaky's good. Keeps things interesting. Okay, so right off the bat, the expert grows as a question. Create the event from your personal profile or from your business page.
I feel like that's a deceptively simple question. Like the answer goes deeper.
Right. Way deeper. It's not just about clicking a button. It's about, your whole LinkedIn strategy.
Exactly. It's like, what are you even doing on LinkedIn? Are you building your personal brand as like a thought leader? Or is it more about, showcasing your company and its expertise?
That's a great point. So that initial choice really sets the stage. Love that.
Yeah, for sure. Foundation stuff.
Okay, so we've got our starting point figured out. Now, the expert, they're big on visuals. They spend time making this super sharp cover image in Canva.
Oh, yeah, Canva. Canva's great.
And they keep saying how vital that image is. It's like, first impressions online. Gotta grab attention right away.
Think about it. People scrolling through their LinkedIn feed, they're not spending a lot of time on each post. Maybe just a couple seconds.
You're right. Super quick judgments.
So a strong visual, that's what makes your event stand out. Research even shows that images with like bright colors and bold stuff, people remember those better.
Makes total sense. So Canva skills, they come in handy.
Big time.
Okay, moving on. Now the expert gets into the nitty-gritty. The event itself. And they point out a big distinction. In-person events versus online events.
Yeah, good point. Totally different beasts.
For sure. And they mention how this choice, in-person or online, it impacts how you organize everything.
Well, yeah. I mean, think about the logistics. A huge in-person conference, that takes way more planning and resources than, say, a quick online webinar.
Absolutely. So many moving parts for an in-person thing.
Right. Venue, catering, all that.
Yeah.
Versus online, maybe you just need decent internet and a working webcam.
True. Choose the format that, fits your capacity.
Exactly. Work smarter, not harder.
Now, for the part that kind of blew my mind, the expert whips out ChatGPT.
Oh, ChatGPT. Everyone's talking about that.
I know, and they use it to generate an event description, a whole program schedule for 2 hours.
Oh, hold on. 2 hours. That's impressive.
I know, and even a speaker bio, all with ChatGPT. Like, is this magic?
Well, AI tools, they can definitely save you time. Content creation, that can be a huge time suck. But, you can't just blindly trust the AI.
Right, you're not just going to copy and paste.
Exactly. Think of it more like a first draft.
Yeah.
You got to go in, personalize it, double check the facts, make sure it sounds like you, not a robot.
Totally. Your voice, your expertise, that's got to shine through. All right, now the expert shifts gears to targeting and invites. They show you how to narrow down your audience, location, industry, even company size. And then they drop this gem. Invite people in small batches, not one giant mass invite.
Oh, that's interesting. I hadn't thought about that.
Me neither. And it makes sense.
Right.
Instead of blasting everyone, you're being more deliberate.
It's about quality over quantity.
Exactly.
Right.
You're showing people you've actually thought about them specifically, like, hey, you'd be a great fit for this.
Yeah, I like that. It makes the invitation feel more personal.
Right. Like, you're not just another name on a list.
It's strategic.
So strategic. Speaking of strategy, the expert also recommends thinking beyond LinkedIn itself for promotion.
Oh, so you're not just stuck on the platform.
Nope. They suggest sharing your event in relevant LinkedIn groups.
Smart.
And even using platforms like Eventbrite to reach a wider audience.
Wider audience, that's always good.
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying to, go beyond your immediate network.
So it's about having a multi-platform strategy, not putting all your eggs in one basket.
I like the way they think.
And then, right at the end, another unexpected tip. The expert uses ChatGPT again, this time to rewrite the event description, to avoid something called, wait for it, duplicate content.
Duplicate content. That sounds familiar, but I can't quite place it.
And to target specific, hold your breath, keywords.
Keywords. No, those definitely ring a bell. It's like they're speaking marketing code.
I know. And you know what? We're just scratching the surface here.
There's more.
Oh, there's way more. We've got a whole lot more ground to cover. So buckle up, stay tuned, and we'll be right back with part 2.
Wow, this YouTube tutorial is packed with info, huh? It's like practical tips and then, bam, strategic insights.
Yeah, I know. It's like a crash course in event marketing or something.
Right. Like suddenly I feel way more prepared.
I know, right? Okay, so remember how the expert was all about the details? Well, there's this part they just casually mentioned that they didn't enable the LinkedIn registration form option for their event.
Why not? Isn't that, like, standard?
I thought so too. But get this, their website wasn't set up to handle cookies correctly.
All right. Cookies.
Yeah.
Those things are tricky.
Yeah. It's like little technical detail, but it could actually mess things up big time. Like turning away attendees without even realizing it.
Yeah, if your website's not, playing by the rules, people might bounce right off.
Exactly. It's a good reminder to like check all those little things before you launch your event into the world.
Dot your I's and cross your T's, website edition.
Love it. Okay, back to the tutorial. There's this part where the expert kind of shows off their LinkedIn network. And it is impressive, like over 18,000 connections.
Whoa, seriously.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Especially since they're mainly based in France.
I know, right? Shows you the power of like global networking.
But it's not just about having a ton of connections, right? It's about, like, what you do with them.
You're reading my mind because the expert then demonstrates how they segment their network. Like they send targeted invitations based on, location, industry, all those filters.
Ah, smart. Makes those invitations way more effective.
And remember that tip about sending invites in small batches?
Oh, yeah. That was a good one. Less is more sometimes.
Totally. It all ties together. You're being selective. You're personalizing your approach. You're not just spamming everyone.
It's all about building relationships, right? Like
Yeah.
actually taking the time to connect with people.
Exactly. Okay, and then there's this part. I loved this. The expert literally goes into different LinkedIn groups and shares the event link. So proactive.
Wait, really? They just go in there and share it? Like, no hesitation.
Yep. Straight up event promotion right in the groups.
I got to try that. LinkedIn groups, they can be a gold mine if you use them right.
Right. And it's free, which is always a bonus.
Always. Who doesn't love free marketing?
Okay, but wait. There's more multi-platform magic coming our way
More. Bring it on.
because our YouTube expert also shows us how to create a separate event listing on Eventbrite.
Eventbrite. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Gets you off LinkedIn entirely.
Exactly. And they explain how doing that actually helps with SEO.
Ah, SEO. The magic words.
I know. And remember how we were talking about keywords and search engine optimization?
Yeah, that stuff can get confusing.
Well, get this. Listing your event on Eventbrite can actually help your website rank higher in search results.
No way. So it's like a double win.
Ah!
More visibility for your event. A&ED, a boost for your website.
Mind blown.
I'm telling you, this deep dive is full of surprises.
Okay, but the surprises aren't over yet.
Wait, seriously. There's more.
The expert saves the best for last. They come back to this idea of like avoiding duplicate content and using the right keywords.
Okay, those terms again. I'm starting to get it now, though.
And guess what? They use ChatGPT one more time.
No way. They really love that ChatGPT, don't
I know, right? But it's for a good reason. This time they're using it to rewrite the event description, but they're being super specific. They're targeting like the exact language used by professionals in the communications industry.
Oh, so they're tailoring it to their audience. Smart.
Because that's their target audience for this particular event. They're really going all in on making sure the right people see it.
It's all about those details, huh?
It's amazing what a difference those small tweaks can make.
Seriously. I'm learning so much.
Mm-hmm.
But wait, there's still part 3.
Oh, yeah. We've got to wrap things up and like give everyone some key takeaways to remember. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
All right, we're back. And I don't know about you, but my head is spinning with all this LinkedIn event wisdom. I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who knew there was so much to it?
Yeah.
It's like we've gone from 0 to event expert in like an hour.
I feel like we have. And one thing that really struck me throughout this whole tutorial was the experts' like energy.
Oh, yeah, totally. They were so into it.
They clearly love LinkedIn and they want to, help other people succeed on the platform too.
It's infectious, that kind of enthusiasm.
It is. Makes you want to jump in and try it yourself.
Exactly. Okay, so I want to circle back to something. Remember that last tip
Yeah.
about using ChatGPT to, optimize the event description with all those keywords?
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
It really shows how important, like, word choice is.
Mm-hmm.
The words we use can actually make a big difference.
Totally. Like if you're trying to get the attention of, say, marketers.
You got to use the words they use, the words they're searching for.
Exactly. It's about speaking their language.
Right. So when they see your event description, it's like, bam, this is for me.
It's like a little signal flare.
I like that. A signal flare. So it's not just about creating the event. It's about making sure the right people actually see it.
Connecting the dots.
We've come a long way. We started with like the basics of how to actually make a LinkedIn event. And now we're talking about like the strategy behind it, making it successful.
Yeah. And all thanks to this one YouTube tutorial.
It's amazing what you can learn if you like really dig into something.
So, as we wrap things up, let's recap key takeaways for everyone out there who's ready to create their own amazing LinkedIn event.
Okay, hit me with it. What have we learned?
First things first, start with a clear purpose. Like, why are you doing this? What do you want to achieve?
Purpose. Got it. Number one.
Number two, visuals. Can't forget those. Got to have a catchy image that represents your event, grabs attention.
Makes sense. People are visual.
Then think about your format, in person, online. Choose what works for you, what you can manage.
Practical stuff. Love it. What else?
Don't be afraid to try out those AI tools. ChatGPT, we've seen how powerful it can be. But remember, make it your own.
Personalize it. Inject your own voice.
Yes. Next up, invitations. Be strategic. Target the right people. And don't spam everyone at once. Small batches.
Makes people feel special.
Exactly. Then get the word out. Promote your event on multiple platforms. Don't just rely on LinkedIn.
Multi-platform. Got it. Keep going.
And this is important. Pay attention to the words you use. Keywords. Remember, that's how people find you online.
SEO. It's all about SEO.
Okay, last but not least, approach this whole thing with, a positive attitude. Be enthusiastic. Be willing to learn and adjust as you go.
It's a journey, not a race.
Beautifully said. All right, folks, that's a wrap on our LinkedIn event deep dive. Hopefully you learned a ton and you're feeling ready to take on the world of online events.
Go forth and create amazing events.
Until next time, happy networking.